Hello friends, I am Dr. D.G. Jadhav, Vice Principal and Assistant Professor in Botany at Srimati Pushpatai Hire Arts, Science and Commerce Mahila Mahavidyalay, Malegaon Camp. I am going to present a lecture series on some medicinal plants of Nasik. In today's lecture, we are going to see 5 medicinal plants which are used by the peoples in Nasik. India is known for the traditional system of medicines which is known as Ayurveda. It is the fast gaining popularity worldwide. In Ayurveda, plants and their products are used as a source of medicines. Most of the modern medicines originate from the plant metabolites. As far as the Ayurveda is concerned, we know that it is very old system of natural healing that has its origin in the Vedic culture of India. Ayurveda is derived from two Sanskrit root words, Ayu, which means life, and Veda, which means the knowledge. In the present days, it would be safe to call Ayurveda as a science of life more than a mere system of treating an illness. Herbal medicines have become more popular in recent few years because it is believed that these medicines do not have any side effects and other toxic effects as compared to the modern allopathic medicines. India has about 17,800 species of flowering plants, out of which about 7,500 species are known to have medicinal properties. As I told you that in the lecture series, this is the first lecture, and in this first lecture I am going to talk about 5 imported medicinal plants of the Nasik. The first plant is known as Adathoda zeylanica. Its vernacular name is Adulsa and the family is Acanthaceae. The leaves and roots of this plant are used to cure asthma, bronchitis. It has antibiotic properties, antiplasmotic properties, anti-tumor properties, used to cure cough, diarrhea, dysentery and fever. Let me clear one thing, friends. The products are the medicines which are prepared with the help of certain plant material is utilized in the form of extract, decoction, powder, then the specific type of ointments, pastes, etc. etc. The doses decided by the Vedacharya and on the basis of age and on the severity of the symptoms, the doses are decided in the childs and in the adults. Second plant is Achyranthes aspera. The common name is Aghada, that belongs to the family Amaranthaceae. Entire plant is used to prepare different types of preparations to cure the specific type of ailments. This plant is diuretic in nature. The content obtained from the entire plant. It has antimicrobial property. It has hypoglycemic properties. It is used in the treatment of pneumonia. It is anti-carcinogenic. It used in menstrual disorders, stomachic and anti-fertility activities in females. The next plant is known as Bauhinia variegata. The common name is Kanchan and it belongs to the family Cisalpinaceae. The leaves and bark of this plant are used in the treatment of asthma, leprosy, obesity, tonic, to kill the worms, in the treatment of wounds and fever. This is the next plant, which is known as Embolica officinalis. It's a botanical name. The common name is Amla or Aula, that belongs to the family Euphorbiaceae. This is also the entire plant: root, stem, leaves, bark, fruits, flowers. Every part of this plant is medicinal. It is specially used as a digestive tonic and hair tonic. Again, in order to cure the respiratory disorders, diabetes and the rheumatism, a specific type of entire parts of the plant body are used to cure the different ailments. This is the plant which is called as Vidania somnifera, commonly known as Ashwagandha, and it belongs to the family Solanaceae. Roots of this plant are having medicinal properties: rheumatism, sedative, general tonic, blood purifier, digestive in nature. These are the properties of that root of the Vidania somnifera. And one more important use of these roots are they are used as a health tonic. So the peoples which are aware with the roots of this Vidania somnifera, peoples are constantly and continuously using the roots of these plants to prepare the different types of, say, medicines. So in a few years ago, this plant was enormously growing in the vicinity of Nasik district, but nowadays this plants is not having too much species. This plant is, I think, it is in a endangered conditions. So the specific type of these plants which are having very much importance in the medicines in Ayurveda, we must have to give concentration on these plants, and we must have to protect these plants. Dear friends, Prakriti means the nature. It refers to the primal matter with three different innate qualities whose equilibrium is the basis of all observed empirical reality. Prakriti literally means the natural condition of state of anything that is found in the entire creation. Prakriti signifies the original and eternal, while Vikriti represents its reflection on modifications. So, in order to conserve, in order to prevent, in order to protect these medicinal plants, we must have to think over it. Thank you. Thank you.